Hello, and welcome back to the Thursday Night Kissaten podcast. I'm your host, Cordelia. Today, in this episode, we're going to talk about a very interesting TV show that is also food-related, called A Male Makes Her Forget. 忘却のサチコ.忘却のサチコ, or A Male Makes Her Forget, is actually based on a manga written and illustrated by Jun Abe. It's actually serialized on the magazine Manga on August 11th, 2014. And this manga is still going on, and now it's already, this year, May, it's already the 20th volume have been released. For the TV adaptation, that a special episode starring Mitsuki Takahata as Sachiko Sasaki was aired on TV Tokyo on January 2nd, 2018. And then later on, from October 13th to December 29th, 2018, a 12-episode drama was aired the same on the TV Tokyo. And later on, another special episode was aired on TV Tokyo on the January 2nd, 2020. It tells extremely funny story, however, very relatable. So our main character, Sachiko, she is an editor of a literary magazine, and she has been living the good life. Honestly, she graduated, she got her job, work at a magazine that she wanted. The job going very smoothly, and she, at the beginning of the story, she was supposed to marry to a person called Shingo. Even though Sachiko, this personality is a little bit like a robot, like she just does everything in the most extremely formal way, never dress up. If she opens up her closet every day, her outfit is the same. She's such an interesting person that, like, so stiff, so stuck in one way, but she's doing her job well, and she's about to marry Shingo. Please, listener, remember this name, Shingo. But however, on the day of her wedding, Shingo, her fiance, ran away from her, left a single piece of note, and then just disappeared, left her alone on the wedding ceremony receptions. So, even though that she is struggling with her work, she goes back to work the day right after her wedding receptions, with all the tragedy that happened. And here's the moment that what happened was she non-stop think about Shingo. She keeps thinking about him and all her memories about him, and she fainted on the way home. An elder lady helped her, and then realized that she hasn't been eating for many days because she started thinking about Shingo. So this old lady brought her to a restaurant, and they ordered saba miso, which is the melted macaron, the fish with the miso, and rice and miso soup. The old lady smiled at her and said, "Eat. Just eat. You need this." And the moment that she had the food, it was the first time ever she finally successfully have the moment of forgetting what happened to her wedding, and her ex-fiancé, Shingo. And then from that time on, she starts her journey on finding good food to fulfill this craving, this grave feeling, and to search of the moment of forgetting with the most delicious food. If we really just look into the storyline, it's actually a story about filling the gap, the emotional gap with self-love and self-care. This story is a great way to manifest the idea of trying new things. Sachiko is such a person. She has a nickname given by her other colleague. They call her a robot. As I mentioned, that she does everything in an extremely formal way. So she always stuck in her own way, stuck in her own methodology and her theory. Shungo was a surprise that showed up in her life. Even when she said she's going to get married, nobody believed her in her office. They were like, oh wow, you actually willing to open up and try new things. Try new things is such a strong thing that happened to Sachiko. After Sachiko had the first time saba miso, something new at the time that she usually won't eat food, a new door opened to her. This excitement filled up the sadness that in her heart, the gap, the hole. So what happened to her, as she is the person who always does the thing in the same routine, the second day she went back and to have the saba miso again. But that second time, her gap was not fulfilled. She wondered what happened. And that was the opportunity that she went to another restaurant, had another type of food. And then again, her gap in her heart was fulfilled. Then she learned she can't stuck in one way anymore. She has to try something new. She has to try new things every single time. Then there will be more doors open to her and more fulfillment will come to her. She then start, even go on lunch with this young new co-worker who, later on falls in love on her, but she just starting trying new things. It's a new starting for her. Shungo, even though Shungo is the person that to make her forget, that's the whole journey about him, but it's also a journey for Sachiko herself to try new things and finding the peace in her own heart with herself, the self-criticism, the harshness that she had on herself, and the embarrassment that she has. It's trauma, but she works on it by trying new things, going out of the way, going out of the box. So if we say that, a lot of people that I saw that their comments about the show is, oh, how the good food, delicious food is your best friend to help you to overcome the sadness or a heartbroken. Yes, they can. Delicious food always does so, but the most important thing behind this story is you try delicious food, but doesn't mean you have to eat one thing. Is you go out of your way, try new things to make connections with new people, new space, new locations, and eventually you connect back to yourself and your own crave and that comfort you craved that you can provide for yourself. Sachiko made it. And Sachiko has been doing an amazing job in the story. In the 2020 winter's a special episode that she went on this trip to, outside Tokyo, and she tried the good food in the different restaurants in the different cities. Also kind of like a fake date that she has with the young co-workers. But as everything was new to her, She loved excitement. She loved the thing that she learned, and she finally sees another side of her own self. Every single time when I watch TV shows that is about food and how the food can help us to heal the wound and the trauma that we have, it always makes me think that the stomach have their own brain thinking. They contains another kind of memory. Or is a space for a unconsciousness things that are going on, and unconscious memories stored. Why is always our belly? When we're nervous, we tend to have stomach ache. When we're angry, we tend to have a gassy stomach. Our God, knowing what happened to us, our God always knows how to remind ourselves to take care of our emotions. In the 4th episode, Sachiko went on a trip with her boss for a funeral that they had. They went to a different island that far away from Tokyo. At there, she had the most delicious salmon chilashidon, a salmon sashimis with the rice, and have this also a fish bone soup, and the other small dishes together. The chef who made her the food, kind of gently but also not mentioning too much, told her that, I live this long is because I don't think about what happened in the past, especially yesterday. I only think about today, because today is about the future. And me, as a chef on this island, I need to care about weather. So that's all I care. Today's weather and tomorrow's weather, maybe. Today's today. No matter if you're alive, or even the salmon bone soup. Today's soup will be different from tomorrow. Tomorrow's soup will be different for the future. We only need to care about our life. Sachiko had that salmon chilashidon, and then she realized, I shouldn't just live in the past. I shouldn't live in there. What I need to do is to focus on this moment. This moment, what my stomach told me to do, my gut told me what to eat. Even though I still feel sad, but the sadness is not something that I'm going to shame to myself. I'm going to live with the sadness. That's part of me. And also make me to eat more and new delicious food. Why I'm saying no to this? I don't know whether at the end that she finally healed from the situation, or her past, or her trauma. Because she still thinks about Shingo a lot, or actually Shingo would actually return back to her life later, He just walked into her house and then they prepare the food and they eat. But what happened to Sachiko is that she doesn't want to run away from her feelings anymore. She questioned why you left. But that's okay. You left is your choice. You can come back, but it doesn't mean I am still available to talk to you. As in the story, that there is the young coworker falls in love with her and hoping to develop a relationship with her. This is the thing. Letting it go, not bothered by it. because that's other people's choice to stay or leave. But Sachiko, she has her own choice. Choose what food to eat, listen to her gut, and also, if she's still available, she will definitely accept Shingo. But after she tries so many new things, new dishes, she sees a new possibility of her life, a new lifestyle, a new way of doing things. She already enjoyed it, and why not go back to the path to live with her sadness? A meal, a good food, makes her forget. A good, delicious food makes her forget and heal from the past and move on to the new opportunities. Oh God, I love this story. This manga artist is amazing thinking about these stories and talking about how people can heal from their past, how they can move on with their life, but still work hard and persist doing their work and treat their life serious and still to enjoy the new things that happen in their life. Just love it so much. Again, at the end of the story, Shingo came back to Sachiko's life and left again. But Sachiko did not do anything to stop him or to make him to stay. For Sachiko, this experience that she has, the journey that she has with the food, and especially with her own solitude, she learned, reconnected everything back to herself. Again, self-love, set up the boundary, and have the solitude and do self-care. At the end, she told Shingo, you don't want to marry me. After you disappeared, every day I'm looking for good food, and I learned how to take care of myself. Because only to love myself is the way and the key to forget you. You don't want to marry me, even though I still love you. You know, Shingo, don't run away. It's not run away from me. Do not run away from yourself. I will try my best to remove you from my life. So please, face your own fears, face your own deepest fear, and work on yourself. Well, the truth is, at the end of the story, Shingo proposed to Sachiko again, which is, I think, is needed for the dramatic fact. But you know, when Sachiko said that, it just made her even more attractive, isn't it? Thinks neither the manga and the TV show is translated into English. Every dialogue being mentioned in the TV show in this episode was translated by me, Cordelia, and this episode is also written by me, Cordelia. Thank you for listening, and I hope to talk to you soon in our next episode.